Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh. Alive, my sons, alive, alive, oh. So I am Marilyn, and I'm going to be doing some music tonight, and we'll get you in the mood for the Erie Canal here. I've got a song about a mean old mule on Simon Slick is the next one. Whoa, mule, whoa, I'm done with you forever. You ain't no good, you never was, you never will be neither. You're gonna die and take a trip to the hot place down below. Old Satan sees you coming, he'll shout, oh, there, mule, whoa. I know an old canaler, his name is Simon Slick. He had a mule with dreamy eyes, Lord, how that mule could kick. He'd wink his eyes, he'd wag his tail, and greet you with a smile. Then gently telegraph his legs and send you half a mile. Whoa, mule, whoa, why don't you hear them holler? I'll tie a knot right in your tail so you can't slip through your collar. Why don't they put you on a track? Why don't they let you go? And every time you come around, shout, oh, there, mule, whoa. Now this mule, he's a daisy. He pulverized the hog, dissected 7 Chinamen, and kicked a yeller dog. He kicks as quick as lightning. He has an iron jaw. He's just a mule to have around to tame your mother-in-law. Whoa, mule, whoa, I'm done with you forever. You ain't no good, you never was, you never will be neither. You're gonna die and take a trip to the hot place down below. Old Satan sees you coming, he'll shout, whoa, there, mule, whoa! Story has been done among the games a lot. I learned it when I was a girl at school. You'll make a bad mistake and don't forget it if you fall around the hind parts of the war. So never tickle a mule when he's frozen. If you disturb his slumbers, you're a fool. If you don't have to visit the undertaker, never take the hatchet from a mule. Oh, the business end of a mule is mighty ticklish. Never touch him as a rule. You'll need a chest protector for your eyebrow and a lay one ton of ice to cool. So never tickle a mule when he's frozen. If you disturb his slumbers, you're a fool. If you don't want to visit the undertaker, never take the hatchet from a mule. Oh, see the animals holding evil. Never touch him as a rule. He'll kick through all the holes in 7 seconds. To rust him not, there's mischief in a mule. So never tickle a mule when he's frozen. If you disturb his slumbers, you're a fool. If you don't want to visit the undertaker, never take the hatchet from a mule. Oh, never tickle a mule when he's frozen. If you disturb his slumbers, you're a fool. If you don't want to visit the undertaker, never take the hatchet from a mule. I got a gal, and her name is Sam. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We've hauled some barges in our day, filled the lumber, coal and hay, and the only trip all the way from Albany to Buffalo. Go bridge and you're running down. Go bridge and we're coming to a town. And you'll always know your neighbor. You'll always know your friend if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. We've been around for a job now. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. You can bet your life but never progress now. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. Get up there, mule, here comes the Lord. We'll make home about 6 o'clock. Get one more trip. Back we'll go, right back home to Buffalo. Go bridge, everybody down. Go bridge. time to find his fuel in town. Once a man you might begin to try to put it on his head, and now it's made it on the bottom of the Erie Canal. Oh, what would I do if I lost my pal? 15 miles on the Erie Canal. You could bet your life when every part is down. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. A friend of mine once made her store. Now he's got a broken jaw, but she let fly right her toe. Kicked him into Buffalo. Go bridge, everybody down. Go bridge, I find his fuel in town. If you're looking for some trouble, better stay away from town. She's the only fighting coffee on the Erie Canal. I don't used to call when I'm on my pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She tries to stall just like a good old gal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. I eat my meals with Sally J. I eat beef and she eats leg and she ain't slow. Wanna know? She put the buffalo. Low bridge, everybody down. Low bridge, time to find his fuel in town. It's a day for dinner and talking about myself. Trying to drink a bowl of water in the Erie Canal. This next one is a song by Steve Foster. That's an American folk singer. He wrote over 250 songs, and before he died at the age of 42. So this one is called The Ballad of the Erie. Once I was a brakeman on the Erie Canal. I fell in love with a cook across a gal named Sam. She shook me for the driver, a red-headed son of a gun, and left me here, as you can see, a poor old bum. I'm going, for I know my time has come, and to the workhouse I must go, a poor old bum. As a free lunch destroyer, I'm a terror on the route. I can wrestle with a sausage or a plate of sauerkraut. And when I get a plate of beans, oh, don't I make them hum? They're such a solid comfort to a poor old bum. I'm going, for I know my time has come, and to the workhouse I must go, a poor old bum. This next one is the last one I'm going to do right before the play starts, and thank you all for coming tonight. It's called Erie, and it's a song about a trip on the Erie Canal. You have to remember it is really only 4 feet deep or so, so it sounds like it's on an ocean-going vessel, but it's really more like a tall tale. Oh, Erie was rising, and the gin was getting low, and I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, We were 49 miles from Albany, forget it, I never shall. What a terrible storm we had that night on the Erie Canal. Oh, Erie was rising, and the gin was getting low, and I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, We were loaded down with barley, we were chucked up for a ride, and the captain, he called out to me with his golden wicked eye. Oh, Erie was rising, and the gin was getting low, and I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, Our cook, she was a grand old gal, she wore a ragged dress. We hoisted her up on the mast of the signal of distress. Oh, Erie was rising, and the gin was getting low, and I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, I hollered to the driver, hey, I'm so fender. He hopped aboard and stopped the leak with his old red flannel shirt. Oh, Erie was rising. rising and the gin was getting low. I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, till we get to Buffalo. Our Nell has got the white staggers and Maud has got the heaves. Like Tommy's thrown his off shoe and the driver's got the weaves. Oh, here I was rising and the gin was getting low. I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, till we get to Buffalo. When we got into Buffalo, it was but 4 o'clock, and the very first man we chanced to meet was Gus and Mama Don. Oh, here I was rising, and the gin was getting low. I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, till we get to Buffalo. Now our captain, he got married, and our coach, he went to jail. Now I'm the only son of a thief left to tell the tale. Oh, here I was rising, the gin was getting low, and I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, till we get to Buffalo. Oh, here I was rising, and the gin was getting low, and I scarcely think we'll get a drink till we get to Buffalo, till we get to Buffalo.
Merlin, you have done such an awesome job of setting the stage for our adventure. Thank you. The Samuel Center for Canal Fishery welcomes you to the 2025 performance of Point and Stitch. We honor the King of the Nation of the Haudenosaunee for preserving this land. This is our celebration of the 200th anniversary of the digging of the Erie Canal. 8 years ago, when we first put on this play, we thought, okay, that's it. Let's do it again. So here we are, doing it again. Restrooms are to my right. Exits are in the back where you came in, and also to the right, well marked. Please mute your cell phones or I would like to introduce Molly. Molly is our protest leader and our celebrant. But we only have 3 and Owen today for our protest. So we invite you all to be part of the or if you're clapping or cheering, please clap and cheer along. Clinton was a very complicated character, as you will see, but we hope you will join in a little bit of audience participation. I am Joni Lincoln, and as director, I call Places, Please, Act 1, Scene 1.
Like many great ideas, the idea of the Erie Canal started with a man writing from desperate circumstances to a newspaper. The man was Jesse Hawley. He was arrested because he could not pay his debts.
Step aside. No, you don't.
I shouldn't be jailed. I'm an honest businessman cheated $10,000 by my thieving partner. How can I pay my debts if I'm in jail?
Enough from you. You won't be going to jail, but you will not have free liberty. You will only be able to enter certain houses and certain paths so many feet wide.
The government is to blame. They won't give us sufficient waterways or roads for shipping our goods across the country. The other night I had a dream. This huge ship and this big handful of lions in a club descended upon me. He threw down a line and I boarded ship. He showed me a view of the earth with the canal cutting across 2 oceans and mountains and forests and leaping valleys. And he told me, go and build it. When I woke up, I realized that a canal connecting Lake Erie, the Hudson River, and all the way out to the Atlantic Ocean would really be possible.
Jesse Hawley wrote 12 letters to the newspaper, and they were printed in the Genesee Messenger. This brought on a whole debate about the possibility of building a great canal across the state. The mayor of New York City, DeWitt Clinton, took these articles more seriously than the rest of the country.
Where are the children this morning?
Sally took them to mother's. Talked to good this morning. Did you sleep well?
No. My shoulder ached all night. Carrying Georgie around all the time. You know, he's getting too heavy for that.
Don't blame poor Georgie. It's you who should be running ahead of those fire riders and all those heavy horses. You were going to get an apoplexy. You should have seen your face when you walked in last night. Eat. Red. You know what Dr. Reed said about getting tired.
Yeah, I shouldn't have worried you. But what else am I supposed to do when there's a widow wailing in the middle of the street with her 6 children, and the house behind her is going up in flames to the heavens?
Poor Mrs. Carter. You will have to take up a collection at the Missionary Society. We should save her.
The Peoples for now, but they have 8 children themselves. Well, that reminds me, I have to have the grocery take over a load of provisions for them. Could you make a list of things they might need?
I'll be glad if you sit and read your paper. There's another letter in there.
A canal which would join Lake Erie to the Hudson River would tie this country together. Grains and furs coming from the west, and manufactured goods leaving the factories of the east to supply the needs of new homesteaders out west. Why, it's a wonderful idea. If I could convince the cautious Dutchmen in the assembly to risk their money for future gains, we could do it. New York City would be the greatest city in the world. We'd be doing trade with Europe, the West Indies, eventually China and Africa. Maria, I can see it.
Molasses, happy for the children. Yes, what do you see?
The Grand Canal, 360 miles long, coming through rock, forest, and swamp. Do you remember that recent trouble recently in the harbor? Vast fleets of British ships were clogging it. But now, think of it in the future. Ships from all over the world would be there to trade with us. New York State would be the Empire State, and you would be its lovely empress.
Wait, you're such a dreamer.
What do you think of the idea? Will Congress help us?
Now DeWitt Clinton tried out the idea on President Jefferson.
Sally, come and sit with me a moment. I need your advice on something.
What are you puzzling over now, Mr. President?
This fellow, Senator Clinton, proposes to dig a waterway clear across New York State. If he succeeds, he'll make the president. And if he fails, I'll look like a fool for supporting him.
You face much greater risks than that in your career.
This is a little short of madness.
I like Mr. Clinton. He has the energy of a geyser, much like yourself. Do you think you might be jealous of him?
I don't get jealous. The idea isn't correct. It'd bankrupt us.
But could if you want.
100 years from now, maybe. So, you propose to dig a waterway 363 miles long, cutting across Lake Erie, the Hudson River, all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. It's a wonderful idea for 100 years from now. You need 40 million to dig that waterway that large.
5 million. General Washington thought it was possible, and the only thing to tie this country together.
Washington was not a practical thinker. A great military leader, perhaps, but he'd have bankrupted the whole country to put another feather in his own cap.
The idea of building the canal drove everyone out of their wits.
So, you left your tail between your legs? What are your assholes?
Well, I said we'd raise the money ourselves, and that neither he nor Congress would get one iota of the credit. But the whole country would be singing the praises of New York State one day.
But where are you going to get $40 million?
5 million, not 40. Well, then we'll go to Van Rensselaer and Astor and take out a loan which will pay that through pulls. But they cannot beg Congress and end up in another war with the Brits if they're not careful.
All that Jimmy said they do. You see him out there? Sword fighting with his friends in the front yard. You know what he told me yesterday? I'm Papa, fighting out in the yard with John's sword out.
Be a boy again. Would they be crazy? They can't go to war again. You've got to stop listening to those gossips.
Last night, you sat in bed and kept repeating 363 miles, 568 feet. This whole canal thing is digging a ditch through the forests, and swamps and mountains. It's part of a crazy dream.
If we succeed, then they'll make me president. And I'll be the greatest president of all time.
But just see, they'll be so jealous, they'll claw you to pieces, and me too.
Well, if they do succeed in killing us, which they'll try, then at least we'll die knowing that we've given our lives to accomplish something that could benefit the whole country, possibly the world. Don't you see, Rita, it's a wonderful idea. To forever be known as the president who opened up the markets of the East to the resources of the great American West?
What about me?
You'll be my wife, isn't that enough? Meanwhile, in Albany, a legislator, Judge Platt, and Thomas Eddy, a wealthy businessman, composed a letter for the state assembly.
Well, Thomas, it's taken us a whole pitcher of rum to get it done, but I'd say we've got a pretty good resolution here. But who will be our man to sponsor it through the legislature?
You, of course.
I have enough political power. No Federalist does. And that has to be a Republican.
What about Joe Clinton?
Clinton is not our man. He has enemies, and he's making more every day. The man's an arrogant, web-cracking millspinner.
You underestimate Clinton. So does everyone else. He has the most fascinating personality of anyone in the state. As for his enemies, he could convert every one of them into a friend if he just made the effort. But he doesn't try. He doesn't try because he loves a fight. Any kind of fight. He fights to win. However, he has another side. He is highly educated. He uses the most telling and graceful rhetoric of anyone I have ever heard. He can be gracious and utterly charming. That's his dominant character. He is absolutely fearless. Can't you see what the challenge of the wilderness would do to such a person?
Yes, Thomas, but I also know that Clinton can be agreeable
When he has something to gain by it? In your opinion, how agreeable were Alexander the Great, Napoleon, Julius Caesar, once they had something to gain by it?
You really think Clinton's as great as all those men?
Much greater, John. They held the power of death over their people. Clinton only has his bare hands and his wits. Now, go have some breakfast before we leave. We'll see him.
Thomas Eddy and Judge Platt found Senator Clinton, who was also the mayor of New York City at the time, in the New York State Legislature.
Good morning, Jonas. Is Mr. Eddy on his way?
Right behind me.
Mr. Eddy! Great to see you.
Like some cigars.
This is just what I've been looking for. Thank you, Thomas.
Here you have the resolution, which we've been at considerable pains to produce. We'd be much obliged if you would present it to the legislature this morning.
It's a good resolution. I say we dig the canal with locks to get over the high places and then make it as straight as the lay of the land will permit.
I know we're not in the same party, but it takes both parties putting aside their differences to enact real change.
How often have I said that very same thing?
Will you help us appoint a canal commission?
Will you head it?
No, I thought you should.
I'm on the finance committee. It'd be a conflict of interest for me to ask them for money. What do you think about Governor Morris?
Morris is an egotist. He'd do it, but he'd take all the credit for it, though.
Then let him. That way he'll be sure to support it. You won't let any other senators know they're chosen.
Attack, be shrewd.
We might do this yet.
Morning, gentlemen. Our farmers moving a ton of wheat to market have to pay $100 a ton, and it takes a month and a half. With the Grand Canal, we'll have a main street running the length of the Empire State. A ton of wheat can go from Buffalo and end up in New York City in 5 or 6 days and cost only $6. So far as nations before us have made the experiment, internal improvements have proved a certain and more speedy road to national greatness.
These canal grades. The people don't have any tolerance for someone who wants to raise their taxes.
And this whole enterprise will cost approximately $5 million. That's only $5 per person. But when it's completed, and it's running goods and passengers from the great harbor in New York to the shore of Lake Erie and back, and when 15 or 20,000 immigrants speed their way west each season, then your $5 will seem a pittance for the benefits that you'll be receiving.
He's trying to make us a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
He's flattering them with his eloquence.
He's going to dazzle us right into bankruptcy.
Gentlemen, that is the resolution that I lay before you. Will you take it up?
Sure we will. We'll vote no.
When the vote was taken and the measure passed, a board of commissioners was appointed to investigate the canal project and provided with $3,000 to get the job done. They immediately organized an expedition into the wilderness of western New York.
Maria, I'm home.
Goodness gracious, God, you're home. You can't kill the children on your way. You want to do it? I'll squat when we made the engines back into a fight with his tutor, but they're all asleep. So. We'll tell you everything tomorrow.
Where is she?
Did you miss me?
Just a Actually, a lot. So, we were, while we were asleep, we were holding down every single corner of the tent, keeping mosquitoes out.
Well, all I was thinking of was when Mrs. Ward sleep under the apartment.
But that was only for one night.
What?
Like I said, we had to lay down the corners to keep out the mosquitoes.
Well, all I know is that you haven't had a bath the entire time you were gone from here. Well, baby, and I'll have Nancy keep the water for you. Nancy? Are you hungry? We had Sally's pigeon pie for supper. I'll fetch you a plate. So, tell me all about your trip. I was actually bitten by a bear, or bitten by a snake. I don't want to know what to do.
Well, they gave up on me. I'm too tough. Almost impenetrable. Impenetrable just like the rocks that we would have to cut through 363 miles for this grand canal. Just see what a booming business would be in New York City.
Things did not go smoothly for the canal. It was an election year, and Clinton was nominated to oppose President Madison. Clinton was running on a peace platform. The War of 1812 began, and to win Clinton, who opposed going to war unless they were ready to win that war, lost the election. 128 votes to 89. In 1814, the war with Britain was over, and New York State was bankrupt.
You can't just throw me out. After everything I've done for you, you wouldn't treat a dog that way, Tompkins.
What's happening? What's going on?
You seem worried. You couldn't have been that worried. You were sound asleep when I got here.
You're taking this away from you.
No, put that back. It's my medicine.
Oh, it's your poison. You mean your father and your uncle would be rolling in their graves like this.
Yeah, we're ruined. I've spent all their money and they've thrown me out.
What are you talking about? It's not making sense.
I'm no longer the mayor of New York. We've gone bankrupt and I don't have a position anymore.
Why would they do that to you?
Because they could. They're saying that I opposed the war.
Of course you did. It was wrong to declare war when you weren't ready.
Now they're calling me a coward.
No one would think that, and you were a fool. Who are you going to accuse?
The worst part is that I raised Tompkins and Van Buren up when they were nothing. And this is how they repay me? Parents, where will we go? We'll be eating out of dustbins.
We will go to the farm in your town, of course. Do say you can go there. I just love Long Island women. Kathleen wants to marry a farmer, and you went and been begging for Merry Christmas.
The next summer, Clinton was a broken man, spending his days sitting on the porch with a whiskey bottle for company. However, an old friend hadn't forgotten him. Thomas Eddy was secretly paying DeWitt's bills and visited to cheer him up.
Oh, Thomas, so glad to see you.
much about? I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
How's the wood? I brought him a box of cigars. Good to see you get some, please. And
Yes.
congratulations on your new son.
Thank you. You know, it's just been so broken hearted. I haven't had much against him.
I've never turned against him. I consider him my closest friend. When I got so sick back last winter, I couldn't do anything. He came, he took me to the hospital, visited me every day. He paid my bills when I couldn't take care of them. I will never forget what he did for me. He's my best friend.
So you're the one who's been paying all of our bills? You're a good Samaritan.
Don't do it there.
I'll believe this.
No, I told you I don't want to see anyone.
Hush! He's brought you a big box of cigars. Bill, please, you can do the same thing.
Let me see it. You'll have to forgive me, Thomas. Not much up these days.
What are you drinking?
Want a drink?
No, thanks. It's way too early for me. I won't just stay long. Everyone's been asking about you, but you only have one or two enemies.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I know you've had a downturn in your life. A lot of great men have had periods when they were handed a setback. Remember watching it at Dallas Ford? It wasn't, it's how he poured his feet and turned his events back in his favor. A lot of people are praying that he'll make a comeback.
He said I don't want to talk about it.
No, whiskey's not helping either. Well, I'll tell everyone I've seen your new son. He's a real liberal.
One month later, Eddie made a return visit and found that Clinton was changing.
Remember that trip we took back in 1810? All those little towns. Growing up surrounded by wild animals and wilderness. We used to see how much you can roam. And it's a lot of too. Just because they expect the canal to go through their town and to bring them to make their businesses thrive. I visited them last week. I could scarcely believe my eyes. Wanted to see you.
The whole trip seems so covered in mist. So long ago. But it was a great adventure.
Oh, yeah. Remember the night we all slept in the truck under the, all I had was slept on the tarp one, on the ground, hitting it down with our bodies to keep the mosquitoes out.
I hated the whine of those little monsters.
1 month later, in late August, the faithful friend Thomas Eddie appeared again. As usual, he presented Clinton with a box of 100 cigars.
My hands are so shaky, Thomas said. I don't know what to do. Thank you.
Just your nerves adjusting to the life without whiskey. You'll be back to normal in a month's time.
In late summer, Clinton rode from Albany to Buffalo, passing farmers harvesting crops, visiting fall fairs in small towns, stopping to watch children playing in creeks, and settlers putting up log buildings. Finally, he reached Buffalo.
Good evening. I've come here tonight, my fellow citizens, to talk about what I've seen as I've traversed this great state. God gave us an abundance of water. We have the Mohawk River, the Finger Lakes, and of 5 of the Great Lakes, we were given 2. God's plan with this abundance of water is for us to create prosperity amongst ourselves and share that prosperity with the world. The recent trouble has ravaged our towns.
We know that. Tell us what we don't know.
But I saw great potential in the courage and industries of men and women who are rebuilding their oil mills, their grist mills, tanneries, bark mills, their iron mills, sawworks, and the furniture factories, so that their towns can come back to life. Yet I saw thousands of barrels of flour, pork beef, and other meats waiting to be shipped south because there is no cheap way to ship it west.
Why do we use this canal for? We have Lake Ontario and all of our business in Canada. Well, that was before the war.
This canal will join this nation together. People from all over the world will flock to New York, travel by boat to Buffalo, and ship out west onto the Great Lakes. The new settlers will barge their grain and raw materials back through Buffalo to New York, where they'll load it onto ships for Europe and the rest of the world. Gentlefolk, what a boom this Grand Canal will create for businesses of Buffalo that are just waiting for a cheap method to transport their goods. And I have a tip for you canny investors. Vote for the canal and buy Buffalo real estate.
Why don't the feds? Where are we going to build in the state if the feds never help?
I see you're concerned about how such a canal will be built. You're quite correct. The federal government is not interested in helping us. Any money they collect will be wasted on preparing for another war with the British, which will be a disaster because they have no way to transport their soldiers and munitions. Unless we build the canal.
You got that right.
But if we build a canal, the British will not want a war with us when they see how much they gain from trade with us. Gentlemen and ladies, we are citizens of the Empire State. With our own plentiful God-given resources of raw materials and ingenuity, we will build the Grand Canal and amaze the world.
Why didn't Albany go to the canal?
Albany? Those Albany politicians wouldn't wish to be guilty of anything so progressive.
Then why don't you run for governor? I'd vote for you. I'd vote for you. Would I? I'd vote for you.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I have fought for the canal for over 8 years. And if I am to be elected your governor, my first order of business will be the canal, which will make Buffalo the second city in New York State. 10 years after the completion of the Erie Canal, Buffalo will be second only to New York City.
DeWitt Clinton was elected governor in April 1870. And that bill, the Erie Canal, won by a vote of 3-2. Clinton began looking for his diggers.
I see myself surrounded by a crop of likely-looking lads, just waiting for a chance to improve their lives. Oh, do I have great news for you? Across the Atlantic, in the glorious free country of the United States of America, lies a city whose streets are paved with gold. New York City, the greatest city in the world. Its businesses literally spout gold right into your pockets. If you want to get rich, you just have to go there and help them build their canal for them.
How are we going to get across the Atlantic if you have no money?
Aye, and you've no boat either. We'll have to get there on the back of a flail.
Don't worry about a little thing like money. There's this fine gentleman in New York, an Irishman like yourselves, Governor Clinton, who's willing to pay the passage of fit young lads like yourselves to go help him build this canal. Waste of $1 a day and your betting grows included.
$1 a day? You can't be serious.
It's right here, read it for yourselves.
a lot of strangers there are in New York. I feel lost already.
You better hold tight to your camera. There's likely to be thieves.
Whoa, what is that?
Hey, come back with that!
Stop! Thief!
There's so many Irish coming every day, and they work so hard too. They make it bad for laboring people.
Get him?
No. Got away with everything I own.
You shouldn't have put it down. You were careless. Anyways, protect them.
Governor Clinton met with sharp resistance in some quarters.
Stop the digging! Down with the digging! Stop the digging! Stop the digging! Stop the
How much will this get cost?
I'm not that sure. I'd say about $5 million. Only $5 from each taxpayer.
$5? Where are we supposed to get that kind of money from?
Well, I'll tell you what. We've taken out a loan at Van Rensselaer and Astor, and we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am prepared to donate my time and energy for the good of the people of this state, which I consider my homeland. I won't accept any compensation for serving beyond the satisfaction I will get from seeing our Grand Canal completed through all of us working together. That will be satisfaction enough for me.
Friends and citizens, as your mayor of the village of Rome, I say that this is your day. The vision of the state-wide waterway has been and will continue to be a great controversy, but you have remained firm in your support. No one has succeeded in pushing you down. For that, I thank you and congratulate you. Now, the idea for this canal, or the credit for the idea, didn't go exclusively to Governor Clinton. It originated with Mr. Jesse Hawley. It was Jesse's idea of writing these articles that planted in Brother Clinton's mind. Therefore, he embraced it and has championed it. I'd like to introduce you now to Mr. Jesse Hawley. Digging this canal will be an engineering feat such as we have never seen. It would take construction people to make this canal happen. We had to find someone, and we did, in Mr. Benjamin Wright. Then we'll be hiring laborers and giving out construction contracts, the first of which has been granted to Judge John Richardson. Judge, congratulations, and would you take a shovel and begin our groundwork?
It is my honor to break ground on this great new waterway, which will transport our surplus productions to the shores of the Atlantic and to all the nations of the world.
Fine bush lads, not some real men shooting out. Come on, Connell.
Lad, I'll sign you up to dig in my section, $1 a day and pound. How does that sound?
We've come here to work. And if you're an honest man, we'll give you your money's worth. But we don't, Michael.
That's right, if you're an honest man, we'll take care of you.
What do they call you? Call it quick. Come get it.
In the merry month of May, from me home we started, left the girls to do so near the brook, and had a salute to father dear. Kiss me, darling, not a drink, a pint of beer, we creep and taste some of the love.
Come on, Grace, you promised you'd tell me where your farm is located. Is it somewhere near here or a place off? So why keep me waiting?
Take your filthy hands off my fiancé. Tell him, Grace. Tell him you're engaged to me.
You're drunk. Go home, Randy. I told you I wouldn't be around you when you're drinking.
You heard the girl. Keep her free to go home.
I don't want to go home. I want to fight you. Winner take all.
You want to wrestle?
Sure. No hands bared, farmer style. By quick work of immortal. Don't let a call boys fight. Oh, I'll get that cheater next time. Just you wait.
Sure you will. Anytime. I'm game for you.
When are you going to learn to behave yourself like a lady?
Sometime he was going to see me home. Why can't he?
Slow gentleman. Has to dig the canal, but he's fitter for crime than honest labor, if you ask me. Michael, me lad. Looks like you made a conquest.
Why do you call me a cheater?
Probably some rolling their heart out. Don't get all broody about it. They're all Egypts anyways. Did you hear what the man said? Did he honor us on the day? For the swap? For the only day I'm found? That means we'll have a real place to sleep. And all the grub we can eat. And whiskey.
Didn't we come to America to make our fortune? And didn't we leave here without a penny? Well, tomorrow we commence a grand canal.
Isn't it grand?
Hey, old man, what are you doing down there?
I was watching you lads have the time of your lives today. I was just like a year.
What happened to make you like you are now?
Well, I was working on the turnpike green. And like room. You know, the wars are right all yet.
So what are you trying to warn us about?
Don't take the job. It'll kill ya. You'll end up like me. Fit for nothing but the grave.
Well, be quiet, old man. You let your grandpa hit you. Now let us have ours.
September, the canal digging wasn't going at a spectacular rate. And with the whole nation watching, Governor Clinton came out to discover the reason why. The local newspapers blamed him for not having professional engineers on the scene. The paper called them, quote, a brace of country lawyers with a compass and a spirit.
How much of my contract finished, they were so much stuff from the field. I made the mistake of firing farm hands and bought on week in the harvest. Others, it seems, are afraid of the real rain.
How are the Irishmen working out? I suppose they don't compare to the homeboys.
Shannon, I'm 100 more like them. Look at them go. They've got, it's fancy to ton of whiskey, but I give it to them. They've got more grit and determination than 10 of these others.
Well, there is a drought in Ireland this summer. Say, I'll tell you what. I'll send a recruiter down to New York City to hire them while they're fresh off the boat. How's that sound?
As long as the whiskey holds up, I'll take the money I can get.
And what are the wages looking like? I hear $50 a day along with meals and bed.
I've been given 37 and a half for regular diggers, but my food is better than the others. I give them pork, beef, vegetables, berries at the limit there, and pie on Sunday.
Fish?
We have plenty of fishing game. Would you like to stop by and sample the fare for yourself?
I would love to. Thank you.
Irish laborers arrived in droves as soon as word got back to Ireland. The people were starving, but Clinton's Canal was hiring the Irish. They were well fed, too.
Daniel, did my mother tell you I drink?
Tell me. Sure, she told the whole village. How do you think I came here looking for you? She made me promise to write back as soon as I ever found you. And found out it was really true. No wonder when the reason was beyond the right now, I think she was her
Fables? Oh, what do you think of me, Fables? Now that you've seen for yourself, with your own eyes.
I say you really will have what I've seen since I set foot in the city of New York. This building is reaching up to high in the skies, and you're big person from the north side. And the loneliness creeps into your heart. And everything is about what you think how much you kiss each other. And you get to see how happy you are.
You're a poet. Charlie Daniel O'Brien. You're bringing tears to me eyes. I'd imagined anything was like factories. They're slower, belching out their great chimneys. I can think of what hell would be like.
Through a terror, you just look at the men coming in and out, all hours of the day and night. What sort of beats or on or dreamed up to it like, well, I myself used to sound some snow with animals and treat like family and give it a garden.
Well, I miss the tall trees around the churchyard back home. I miss the flowers that grow up the wayside. I miss everything. Well, I don't ever see them anymore.
Oh, stop talking that way. I think you're sniveling. Weren't you just bulking laborers in Ireland like me? With no hope of having a bit of land to call your own, so that you can take care of a wife and a bairn or two? Letting folks tip their hats to you at market day and glad to be known ya? Well, in this grand new country of America, I may just be a lowly digger now, but soon I'll have in my own house, I've made of limber that I'll cut myself on my own quiet farm lane by the water. My wife and I sit on the porch of an evening, listening to the flow of the water and enjoying each other's company.
You know, ever since he met that Rice Livingston in the 4th of July dance. He had his head full of plans for settling down with her. south, who was digging with us.
You mean the one that was always hiding from his overseer?
Aye. He had terrible tales. He whipped, starved. He escaped that slave life and was working. By his wife Annie's freedom. And moved to Canada. I hope he did. He was a good worker. I thought the small pay labor back in Ireland was tough. But his life was much worse.
Oh, mother, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. Oh, mother, let's go down. Down in the valley to pray. As I went down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
I hate to look at this marsh standing in it, water all the way up to my knees. You could get the hog shakes. No fancy that.
Oh, golly, Mary and Joseph. I've got tiny snakes all over me legs. Both me legs. What are they?
They're called leeches. And you better pull them off quick or they suck out all your blood.
Aren't you allowed to scare them?
Quick word. But you can get used to anything. You see rats as big as cats.
I'll never get used to living in this wild place. I never even get to proper rest at night. With the wolves howling like they're coming after you, and the screech owls that you want in your dreams.
Hey, Dan, you mind the time we woke Gavin out where it was fun?
Oh, like it were yesterday. We had so many kills of that flower. You know what's got the way you sleep? Mikey, it's your usual story about your mom and Gavin and that. I laughed so hard, I fell off and couldn't get back on. And every time I tried to lift me, I picture old Gavin.
You see, Connell, we all hated Gavin. He was beat by a great round fat man who always spoke in this little tiny whiny voice. Oh, Mrs. Oliver, where's the heifer? You said I could fetch her to the market. And Ma hated the man, worse than the devil himself, because he'd smile in your face, then rob you, lying about the price he got for it. So Ma would tell him, she's in the pasture, you're gonna have to go fetch her yourself.
Hope you get used to that and put on my weight.
He'd chase that cat for a whole hour, finally getting her out the pasture, swinging a big stick with Ma next to him, with a broom and our collie. The heifer balked, as to say, no, I won't, not today. So Gavin got the rope around the calf and started pulling her up the ramp. And during the game of tug of war, the heifer trod on his foot. Me foot. While Gavin was moaning, the calf trot back down the pasture. I'll be back tomorrow Tomorrow, I gotta go silk me foot. Me foot.
Poor guy. See, I lost that. Because he was so far.
The next day, the laborers found their work had to be redone. The ditch had filled in again overnight.
Holy jumping bullhead and all that work we did yesterday, it's gone. Completely wasted.
You'd never believe it if you didn't see it.
There's that Cantor woman. I wonder if she has anything to say.
You built a trail here
Water trail that is.
across the Great Marsh.
Yep.
Much sickness. Bad energy. Mosquitoes come.
Mosquitoes. What do we hear about a few buzzards? Let them come.
They bring sickness. Long ago, the Cayukans, we had a nice life here, a beautiful life. Much game, many fish, beautiful silver water for our canoes. Then great creatures came out of the sky and stole our babies. Mothers screamed for help. Warriors fought the great creatures. After a long, hard battle, they won. And then evil happened.
Don't listen to her, Dan. That's just ancient talk.
Let the woman finish her story, Michael.
Our religion teaches us that we honor everything we kill with a proper burial. Our warriors did not do that. Instead, they went back to camp and feasted and told stories of their bravery.
And that's where they made their mistake, wasn't it?
Yes, the giant corpses gave way to millions of tiny shepherds. They had small beaks, but carried poison. The Cayukans left everything and ran away fast and far, never to return. Bad medicine.
What are you all standing around gawping at? Get back to work if you want your whiskey rations.
Clinton's wife, Maria, was very ill. It's possible that she may have caught malaria from mosquito bites. The doctors did not realize it.
Maria, can't you take another sip of water? Could you take a little more?
Please, I'm dying. I need you to
Don't talk. Just save your energy for when you're better. We can talk more then.
I'm going to get better. I'm dying. I need you to listen.
I can't sit here and listen to you saying that you're dying. Please, Maria, I need you. The children need you.
It's not my decision to make. I'm just so tired of fighting.
It's all my fault. I left you at home with the children while I was out working on the canal. I was irresponsible.
But you were responsible for the canal. Don't give up on it.
I wanted to keep working. I don't think I could.
Do you remember that trip that we took with all the children that summer?
Yes. You should have never done that. That's when you got so tired.
I didn't get tired. You picked me up and you carried me home. I'm afraid it was too heavy for you.
No.
I love being carried by you. Did you do that again? Yes. I just wondered if you want to say.
Is this good enough?
Yes. Let's do it.
The Irish were digging in the appalling heat with the mosquitoes attacking them mercilessly. Around the necks, they wore smudge buckets and smoke-burning damp leaves. However, these Montezuma necklaces produced smoke from children.
Get back to work. Any men quit to be Dr. Dave's head. You've been given fair work.
I can't seem to stop shaking. I'm so tired of this pain.
Daniel! Don't worry, we'll get you out of here. Take off this necklace first.
Biggest people hurry back to the
Drop him and get back to work, or I'll dock you to Dave's name.
Go to the devil, you black-hearted friend of fiends. What kind of men do you think we are to leave a man to drown in the muck?
This place is cursed. The idiot tried to warn us, but we wouldn't listen.
I keep thinking of him. My brother who died while we were at sea. I remember the torment of the anxiety and fever. When I was back home. Mother, oh, won't you help me at all? I thought my heart would break. And they heaved him overboard and got swallowed up by a great wave like Jonah. Never
I know. There are times when I feel like I look out. A child. Like a child who can't find his way home. Don't worry.
its way.
Don't be afraid, Daniel. Hush now. Don't talk about dying.
I never fear how dying my sins, and be consumed in hell's fire, and will never burn out for all eternity.
Here, have a cool drink of water. We'll bring down your fever.
Don't I know my time? See here my papers in my letter. Tell the very first time I asked it. It is John and Brett. Number 3, 4, and 4. Oh, he is going to the Oh, is that priest coming at all? At all?
Yes, he's on his way.
You're lying to me. There's no priest coming at all.
Oh, look, it's Father Daly. He's come to bless you, Daniel O'Brien.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen. I might have been too late. I think he's gone. Poor lad, poor thing that he was. His soul was yet a matter of consequence to our Lord. Here evil increases and multiplies like weeds in the potato field. Poor Daniel had suffered long enough in this world of trouble and woe. Now his soul flies to Jesus, and there he will find comfort and an end to all sorrow.
Amen. Are there many dying, Father?
Hundreds. It's the effluvia massimetia, rising from the swamp and spreading poison through the land. You've got to stop building this canal before you're all dead.
Where are we going to bury him?
Better ask your boss.
He's outside.
There is nothing but a dead man outside. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. I will be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But come ye back when all the flowers are dying. If I am dead, as dead I may well be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear how soft your tread above me, and on my grave shall warmer, sweeter be. For you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me.
Progress on the canal stopped in the middle of Montezuma's And after Maria's death, Clinton was never the same. He walked with a limp after he fell from his horse and broke his leg.
You better put some stone over there. You're 2 foot shy of the 40-foot bend in the width of the bend back there. Now strengthen up that sluice gate. It will never withstand the flood.
We'll do that. Anything else?
Yeah. Add some stone here. It has to bear the weight of 3 horses, you know. Oh, hey, there's the governor now.
Hey, miss. Just the man I was looking to see. I want you to meet my daughter, Julia Catherine. She hopes to become a scientist just like you someday. Julia, this is Canvas White. He invented a waterproof cement that does not dissolve no matter how long it's underwater.
How do you do, young lady? I'm pleased to meet your acquaintance. Gladly. They have a certain limestone in England that makes for very strong mortar. You can imagine my delight when finding it in Chittenden directly in the path of the digging. Now I'm going to patent my hydraulic cement, that's the name of patent number, to see if it really holds these walls in place.
Read this.
The governor is a crack-brained political wanderer. It's not the worst I could say.
Let's call it the grass commercial something.
Yes, I say that we open a section of the canal between Rome and Utica. It's about ready for water, and it'll give these naysaying scribblers something to write about. I'll ride in the first boat, the chief engineer, with you and the other commissioners.
How much revenue can I tell us?
Of course.
We're ready for the test. Will it hold water? Will these walls sustain the pressure?
I believe they will, sir.
Quiet, please. I need to hear the rodman. And be prepared to help stop any leak, however small.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Ready.
Lift the gates.
Lift the gate. What? Lift the gate. Here she comes. 1 foot and rising. 1 foot and rising.
How deep is it?
1 foot, sir.
1 and a half. 1 and a half. Coming fast. 2 foot coming fast. 2 foot all's well. 2 foot all's well. 3 foot all's well. 3 foot and all's well. 3 half and all's well. 3 half and all's well. 4 feet. 4 feet.
4 feet. Close the gates. Shut it up.
Close the gate. Close the gates.
She's holding.
She's holding.
She's holding.
She's holding. She's holding.
Thank God Almighty.
This young gentleman is right. God Almighty, we give you thanks.
So that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was like Red Sea in the Bible. The water came rolling in, drowned everything, and it's still there.
Well, we did it, didn't we? I wonder if they'll mention this in their fine speeches.
Like I said, for an extra day's pay.
We'll probably get neither one.
As usual.
Once the swamp froze, the digging through the marsh was attempted again.
How's it going?
Grand, I haven't seen one mosquito, but it's so cold, you can barely move the grip.
I guess I brought the right thing.
Whiskey.
Gloves. You are.
Gee, how'd you get so many?
Well, I advertised in the paper, and I paid cash. Many farmers' wives stayed up late at night trying to make some extra money. How do they fit? Are they warm enough?
They suit so well, thank you, Governor.
officially in operation for 15 miles at this point. Now the Canal Commission had to get a new bill passed, authorizing them to complete the rest of it. The most difficult section of the construction.
Gentlemen, I believe two things are clear to you now. Firstly, Yankee ingenuity can build a canal that is, if you'll excuse the term, potable. And secondly, a smart man with little money can obtain a contract to build and do very well for himself.
These things may be true, but I have heard complaints from many voters that the canal would be little use since west of Buffalo. There lies only wilderness with a few Indians pursuing the buffalo. Secondly, tolls from the boats are supposed to pay for the upkeep, but if no one is using the canal, no tolls will be coming in.
Actually, I hear quite the opposite from my industry. BlackRock businessmen and farmers alike are clamoring for canal to be completed so that they can use it.
The bill authorizing the Canal Commission to complete the canal across the state was passed, but by a narrow margin. Inside the Capitol building, U.S. Vice President Daniel Tompkins, who is running for governor against him, and Senator Martin Van Buren conferred with Mental Cook, their hired protest leaders.
There we are. We got 20 protesters, and we swelled to 40 before I got done.
Good work.
Thank you.
What did Clinton think of the demonstration?
We've been out there for over an hour, and you haven't shown us.
What a coward. Some to stay there for another hour.
Right.
Well, I think we've got it. The first thing I'll do after I'm sworn in is repeal the canal bill. I think the taxpayers have spent enough money on maintenance ditch. Would you agree, Martin?
Mr. Vice President, if I may offer an opinion, I think you have gone too far in attacking the man's motives.
What do you mean gone too far? It's common knowledge that a fluvia miasmatica caused by swamp gas caused half the population to come down with canal fever.
This morning's paper carries an article reprinted from the medical journal which attributes the disease to malaria-bearing mosquitoes, not bad, swampy air.
I saw that article, but most people won't have time to have read it before they hit the polls.
Remember, too, it is well known that Clinton will accept no money for his work as president of the Canal Commission.
Yes, we must punish him for that. The first thing I'll do after I'm elected is I'll have Mr. Clinton, now a private citizen, thrown off the Canal Commission.
How long have they been out there?
All afternoon.
You should say to the police. Send them out.
It wouldn't do any good. Tompkins will have paid them off, and well, that's not the reason. The reason is, Thomas, I'm beat.
Me?
Read it. It's a list of men who died in the digging at the Montezuma Marshes.
There are scores of names here. You sure this is correct?
There could be more. Those are just a list of names I got from the contractors.
I didn't realize that many had died. Where were they buried?
In the meadows, in the glens, there were no cemeteries for them to be buried in. No marble headstones that you and I will get as we give up the ghost.
You're starting to get morbid now. You haven't been drinking, have you?
No. Absolutely not. I promised Maria that I would never touch a bottle again, and, well, I haven't. I miss her at times like this. She'd be looking at me and holding my hand and saying something like,
I know what Maria would say. She'd say, don't hang crepe until all the results are in.
right. And then she would say that even if I lost the election, it doesn't compare to the love that we have for each other and for our family, that we will keep. Thomas, you're my good friend. Forgive my Celtic moodiness, but I believe I killed these men. I lured them here with promises of land and prosperity.
It's not your fault.
I promise. This will be the last time I stand for any election. From now on, I will limit myself to the Canal Committee. There cannot be any more deaths.
You keep this list.
It was a close election, but fortunately for the canal, Clinton won.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Congratulations on your victory, Governor. No doubt you're pleased.
Surprised would be more accurate, but thank you. It was a squeaker. Well, seems my main support came from places out west. Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse. Places where people acknowledge the opportunities that my Grand Canal will bring them when it's built.
Oh, yes. Your Grand Canal.
Good day, Joe.
It's no wonder I lost. Every chambermaid and farmer thinks the sun sets and rises on Wood Clinton.
That man has more lives than a cat.
Andy Shrew. You never really know what he's up to.
Read that.
What's this?
A bill to reduce the governor's term of office from 3 years to 2.
Oh, I see why they call you the fox of Kinter.
The New York State legislators did reduce Clinton's term of office as governor to 2 years. And he refused to run in 1822. He had too many enemies. The question of where the canal would end was a hotly disputed event between Buffalo and Black Rock. A couple of enterprising businessmen, George Coit and Charles Townsend, built a red warehouse for their forwarding business at the mouth of Buffalo Creek. Their partner, Judge Sam Wilkinson, volunteered to deepen the harbor in Buffalo, making it accessible for steamships.
Captain Sloan says he can haul the stone for us, but he wants to load right so he'll only carry a quarter of stone each trip.
Well, that's so, in case he gets caught in a squall or something, he can just put that stone all
It's more expensive that way.
But when you think of safety, there's Clinton now. Let's see what he has for us.
Hello, Governor.
I see Messrs. Coit and Townsend have constructed a fine new warehouse since our last encounter.
We have. So confident that when the canal reaches Buffalo, our warehouse will become a thriving shipping industry.
Well, gentlemen, I believe confidence deserves rewards. I come with an offer from Albany of $12,000 to construct a harbor in Buffalo. This way, goods and passengers can be shipped out west by way of Lake Erie.
You mean to bypass Canada
and the Niagara Falls.
But building a harbor will cost us about $36,000. That's only a third of what you plan to give us. How will we get that much?
Screwed up the warehouse as it is.
Why don't we each mortgage out our businesses to raise each $8 grand each, thereby bringing the total to $36 grand?
I'm sure the state of New York would be willing to float your loans.
Wilkinson recruited a workforce and constructed a breakwater that made a harbor for steamships. However, the sandbar at the mouth of Buffalo Creek was still blocking the harbor until the flood of 1821.
Oh, Sam, what's going out here in this terrible weather?
You lost your mind?
I'm moving the mouth of the sandbar, you see. I'm moving it 50 miles to make room for the steamships.
Well, that's a wonderful, brilliant idea, Sam. Do you think you made the dam strong enough?
Is there a chance to hold?
It has to hold. We promised to give $150 a day to Johnson that it will hold. And if it can't, we'll be ruined.
Sam, look, that dam's about to fall over with this floodwater coming in.
Important to stay calm. I'll run to the hotel and get some volunteers to help.
I'll have to find out if you learn.
I'll look to the boarding house and get the boys down here with the sled.
Buffalo villagers responded to the crisis, working feverishly through the day and by torchlight through the night. They saved the dam. The raging current of the flooded creek gouged the channel straight and true into Lake Erie, and the harbor was now ready for steamships. The question of where the canal would end still had to be settled once and for all. The Canal Commission had a public meeting in Buffalo, and as chairman of the board, DeWitt Clinton presided.
Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Buffalo and Black Rock, this public meeting has been called to decide the location of the terminus of the Erie Canal. After 5 years of the most intensive and unprecedented effort, the completion is now within view. The question which lays before us is which of these two boroughs will be most amenable to the terminus? Buffalo, which sits on the verge of Lake Erie, or Black Rock, which sits on the Niagara River under the shelter of Squaw Island?
The Erie Canal lost the Niagara River.
Well, Black Rock is bigger, twice as big as Buffalo, and with much more commerce.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must ask that you first listen to the spokespersons for each town. General Peter Porter will represent Black Rock, and Mr. Sam Wilson will speak for Buffalo. Also in attendance are the canal engineers. They have surveyed the sites in controversy and will give their informed recommendations for the terminus to the commissioners.
The final decision went to Buffalo because of its higher location, which would allow an abundant supply of water in Lake Erie to feed the canal.
But that's not fair. We're twice as big and with much more commerce.
Boys know that we deserve this honor.
Huge challenges still lay ahead at Lockport and Little Falls. There was a whole mountain ridge to get through at Lockport, and at Little Falls, the canal had to be excavated through solid rock. Nathan Roberts, a mathematics and surveying teacher, was given the job of engineer.
Any ideas as to what this is, gentlemen?
Like rock, I just said.
Precisely. Limestone rock, to be exact.
Limestone. Pretty cool stuff, isn't it?
It is. 7 miles long and 30 feet thick. We need to get through it. Any ideas?
Well, we love rock.
Exactly. We'll use gunpowder, and I have a mind to show you how to do it. Mr. Linden, will you show me your methods?
The first rule for handling gunpowder is watch out. Second, you drill a hole in the rock, you fill it with powder, cover it up with clay, wrap it in wrapping paper, and soak it in saltpeter.
We use that trick to look for fire you strike a spark with your flint and steel. And when the paper catches,
You run like a bat out of hell.
Get ready. Cheap stuff. Where'd you get this stuff anyway?
The local store. But
For Dolomite, you need the best quality stuff. The Dew Point Company is more expensive, but well worth the cost.
Soon the air was full of explosions. The residents of Lockport were warned to stay indoors. Avoid being killed by flying rocks. It took 2 years and 1,200 Irishmen to burrow through those 7 cruel miles. And I say cruel miles because there were accidents and many men were injured or killed.
there goes.
Run me, Egypt.
Michael. Michael. Say something. Michael. 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 Don't die. Michael. Oh, what will I ever do? If you die trying to save me. Michael. Say something. So I know you're not dead. Michael. Michael, don't die on me. Don't die on me. You can't die. Michael, you can't die. You can't.
I'm truly sorry for your troubles and so on. Michael's our best one. So,
Mr. Country. What a poor place I live like you have to live on now. What are you going to do for them?
I can't say. Right now, that was a son.
The governor is here.
I'm afraid you mean the ex-governor.
started off the Canal Commission, I'm astounded at such viciousness.
Exactly, they're desperate.
I don't know how they could do that. Kick Clinton off the canal? Well, he is the canal.
Don't you see, Jonas? The politicians, as usual, are out of touch with their people. They've overplayed their hand, and now Clinton will be seen as a martyr for the canal.
Let's ask Dorcas how she feels. Dorcas, what do you think is next for Governor Clinton?
Oh, I think those politicians are jealous of Mr. Clinton because he's so popular. I think he'd free all the slaves if he got to be president. Judge Platt, sir, would you let me go to the rally they're holding this evening for Governor Clinton? Excuse me, I meant to say Mr. Clinton, but the old name just came out by itself.
I don't see why not.
New York City had never supported the canal, but now a rally of 10,000 affronted citizens assembled in the City Hall Park.
Fellow citizens, many of you have come here tonight because you know DeWitt Clinton, and he has earned your gratitude by helping you out with some difficulty when he was mayor. Others, like myself, have opposed him and even called him canal crazy. But now, when the canal is almost completed, with goods and immigrants pouring in from Europe to the city with prospects of opening up the West, to see this man ousted from his commission that he formed and served faithfully without salary, we are outraged.
Outraged!
Are we going to stand for this blatant injustice?
Clinton for governor! Clinton for governor!
Similar protests were held across the state and across the country in Ohio, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and the frontier.
Did you see today's paper to it? They printed a letter from the governor of Ohio. I was furious when you did protest this, but now I see that you've been vindicated.
Never get anywhere in politics by whining. This time, I shut my mouth and I prayed. I trusted in God to vindicate me. Well, God answered my prayers. Thomas, I'm amazed and humbled.
Clinton became governor again by a huge majority, much to the disgruntlement of his political enemies.
I warned him you were going to overplay your hand. He was too smart to take any money. He had his eye on presidency all along.
You think he'll get it?
Of course, and maybe he should.
We'll see.
Although he was no longer on the Canal Commission, Clinton's interest in the canal continued as it neared completion. His His son, DeWitt Jr., became one of its engineers. And Governor Clinton was invited to give addresses all over the country, while in New York State, villages multiplied. The towns grew into cities. The wilderness was transformed with dwellings, churches, schools, shipyards, mills, and factories.
My good friends, the Erie Canal is your baby. In 1817, when the digging first began, I was a man with no knowledge of how the greatest undertaking yet attempted in America would be accomplished. Yet I stood up and declared to believers and non-believers that the Erie was a dream that would be realized. I can say that with confidence because I believed in the Yankee ingenuity, integrity, and bullheadedness of the people of New York State. Over the last 8 years, we have surmounted many obstacles, which we never could have without the faith and strength of the good people of the Empire State. Today, your child has come of age.
Yankee ingenuity. Not a word of Irish muscle. You know, Grace, Kitty, in a way, I'm glad Michael wasn't here to see this. He would have started a grand brawl.
Don't start anything, Mom.
You know, we would have gotten a few good shots in.
And you both have been thrown in jail.